There was one time I was playing and that happened to me, and I got trapped in the cage. So I was like, I'm going to pray to my God that this cage turns into an anime girl. And I rolled a 20. He's like, damn it. The cage transformed. That was my character's wife. So fun. Her name was like a cage.
Like a cage.
Yeah. What is up, my fellow patriots? Welcome to another episode of the Livin Room Podcast. I'm your host, Patriot Dom, with my other fellow patriots, Jason and Bryan. And today we have a guest patriot, Josh.
America.
We're basically the United Nations. We're so very well represented.
We got at least 3 nations here. So, Josh, what's on your mind, bro?
Oh man, honestly, well, I was just talking about earlier today. I was getting a car change, car change. I was stopping in. I needed a new car. I didn't like my other car anymore. You know, I was like, hey, can we swap? Your car's kind of cool. No, I went in because I had to get an oil change, and like, man, it was so expensive. It was like $120. I was just talking to Bryan about it. I was like, man, like, I should not have gone to Jiffy Lube. I could have like called my uncle, got that thing done for like $10-15. But you know, I don't know. I was kind of in a rush today because I wanted to get here. So
Yeah.
So
At least you made it here safely.
yes. Same car though. I didn't.
Same car.
Are you a big car guy?
I mean, I like cars.
Yeah.
I mean, this car. In all honesty, I've owned this car for about 3 years now. It's got 6,800 miles on it.
Did you get like new or?
Yeah, brand new. Like it was like a
Put some miles
2021 Toyota. I know it's like pretty much brand new.
Yeah.
I was like thinking I could resell it, probably get the same value for it. But yeah, I mean, like I love the car. I'm not like a car aficionado or anything. I'm not that like smart about like all the interior stuff or anything. But I mean, the RAV4 gets me around, and I love Toyota cars. Okay. I mean, Toyota always has like really good quality cars, so. I'm very thankful for that car.
And why did you get so much miles? Are you doing like road trips and stuff like for it, or?
I mean, so like honestly, like so I work remote, and I now live in like Chicago, and like previous I was living in Phoenix, and like you know I did more driving around there. I took it to Flagstaff because I wanted to go camping up there, and I took it off roading. And the thing, like, it's so fun, like going off roading, and like, cause you know you got the front wheel drive, and you're just going on the dirt and stuff. You know you can do it, and then you just like find some trees, pitch up a tent, and, like just enjoy the beautiful night. I mean, it was great, but I mean, like other than those scenarios, like I work remote, so I don't really drive it that much. Like, you know, because I'm a software engineer, so like most of the week I'm just coding. Say we don't like your kind of
Software engineer.
Yeah.
And now the episode is over.
I'm an art major. What's this about a real job?
What do you know about our history, though, bro? Come on.
Vincent Van Gogh.
So, is software engineering your passion in life?
Man, I mean,
it's a tricky question.
I was kind of all over the place because like originally like I wanted to be a cinematographer. I actually learned how to be really good at Final Cut Pro like in high school and stuff, and then and then I was like kind of like looking at my future, and I was like, you know, I love doing it. It sounded like really like I was really passionate about it, but I was like, I'm not gonna make a lot of money. There's so much competition, and like you know, it's like I don't know, like I don't know, you know, it's like so I just kind of pivoted a little bit, and then I wanted to be a psychologist, and then that was kind of cool, and like you know, I was like kind of getting the groundwork. I was like, okay, like this is gonna be my like freshman year classes and stuff, and I was serving at the time at the Marriott, and this I was serving this one table, and this woman and this older couple, this woman was asking me, she's like, oh, you know, like you're so sweet, like what do you want to do when you grow up, or like you know, like what's your what do you want to do? And I was like, well, I want to be a psychologist, you know, I think I'd be really good at it. And then like it was the weirdest experience, but like this woman persuaded me not to. Like when she was leaving, like I said, okay, have a good night or whatever, and she like turned to me and she's like, don't do it. are you talking about? She's like, I am one. It's like, you know, like she was giving me like an example, like one of her patients. I was like calling her at like 3 a.m. every night, being like, I need help. It's like, you just, you know, like I was like,
You're like
okay.
on call. You're like on call all the time. It sounds like.
And then I was thinking about it too. I'm like, you know, I already have my own issues. I don't know if I'm like able to like take care of other people. So I was like, yeah. And then
It's like,
yeah. And then I found like it was like a what's it called? One of those book for dummies, but it was like programming for dummies.
Oh, yeah.
And
Nice.
I just like opened it up and I did like some intro program. I was like, oh, this is kind of fun. So then I went with that and
Rest
then
is history.
rest is history. I love doing it. You know, it's like, it's a lot of fun, but then obviously too, like all it is like, you know, you're on a computer. So you really need to like balance that.
Yeah.
You know, you can't just be like staring at a computer all day. Got to go outside, you know, touch some grass. So like, so, you know, I try to like mix it up, you know, like at least like go outside on the weekends, you know, after work, like go take a walk, go on a run, you know, do yoga. I've been doing yoga a lot lately. So
Play
you
with
know,
cats.
I got a little cat.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hattie, she's a good girl. But
So
yeah,
where is your like, since you're remote, is there a branch out here in like Illinois, or is there like a main branch that you're reporting to, like say like California or something like that?
Right. So it's funny because like when I got hired in Phoenix, and that was actually one of the branches.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And then I was like, the main one was actually here in Chicago. And I was like, it was like the second year living out in Phoenix. I was like, I can't do this anymore. Like it's 120 like for like 30 days in a row, like in the summer. It's just, it's not fun. You can't do anything. You have to like stay inside. So I you know, I got a hold of like my like director at the time. I was like, hey, like I'm gonna come in, you know. Yeah. Or like, hey, I'm gonna move to Chicago. And they were like, come on down.
Like, thank you. Yeah.
And then the rest was history. I mean, I've been working there for 3 years, and they like they love me, and I love that company too. So
Nice.
yeah, it's been a great experience. So
you went to the other extreme from like super hot to like super cold.
Super cold.
So, like,
Or you have like the cliche thing where it's like you could have like all different seasons in like a day or
For
a week.
real.
You can have like a rain, snow, and sunny on one
In the
day.
course
or
of a
something.
couple hours.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, it's funny too because I've lived here for like 2 or 3 years now, and like, you know, the weather actually hasn't been that bad in the winter. I don't know, like I feel like they've been.
I mean, they've been saying that every year.
Yeah, it's like they're
no, this is
getting,
the
like,
worst
less
one yet.
It's like with Phoenix, it's like, oh, this is like the, you know, the most consecutive days over 110 we've ever had, and in Chicago, it's like this is the warmest winter we've ever had. I'm like,
I'm here for it. Yeah,
I'll take the warmest winter.
That's nice.
That's nice. Yeah.
They're going like 50s, and like some days I remember like random like a 70-degree
Yeah,
day.
it's
And
like,
like
what?
January, February, I'm like, what is going on?
sometimes it like hails in the summer for like one day for whatever
Yeah.
reason.
Yeah, just like, what?
Weather's just bipolar here, man. You're like, I'm like
Chicago.
trying to read you. Yeah.
He's like,
We used to have like normal weather, like, or when we actually had white Christmases at one time, but I feel like it almost just doesn't start snowing until like January, February, maybe even later.
no, sometimes it'd be weird since we were like around Halloween. Like sometimes we would have like a light Halloween. You would have like
it's
some
weird.
flurries and
It's
stuff.
like, what?
Yeah.
It's like weird.
It's Halloween. It's supposed to be fall right now.
Yeah.
What's going on?
I know it's probably going to be like 70 this Halloween.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like, it's
Yeah.
going to be nice.
Wild.
Yeah,
the way it's been going for sure.
I know.
Yeah.
Man, wow. I mean, I like it though. So
Yeah,
it's
I mean, I
it's
think
way
we all
better
do.
than Phoenix, you know.
No complaints.
Yeah, I was actually because I was in a Lyft the other day. I was like talking to like the driver about, you know, like my move, and then you know, she was saying, she's like, I like it hot, you know, I'd rather live in like Phoenix or whatever. And I was like, and she was like, but then like, you know, like I also do like Chicago summers too. I was like, you can just get a house in both places, you know, do the snowbird thing, you know, when it gets cold in Chicago, go to Phoenix. Yeah. I mean,
so far we haven't. It's been cold like the past 2 winters. It's been really tame.
yeah, exactly. There
We'll
hasn't
see.
been a reason to. So.
Right.
Chill winter so far.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, so what were we talking about? So talking about
Passions
weather,
in life.
passions in life.
life.
Yeah, I mean, other than programming though, I do like attempt to make music badly, you know.
that's
But
what's
it's like more
Shameless
like,
plug.
yeah, no plugs.
You know,
I'm kind of like in a transition.
You can see my Spotify the link. You know?
What kind of music do you make?
Follow me. That's the thing. Like I'm like all over the place. Like I was making, most of it's like under the EDM branch, but I was doing like house, and then I was, you know, making like some electronic, and then like I also was like doing like some experimental like bass music too. But it's like really like not like it's one of those things too, because like these days, like the artists that like I aspire to are so like really like they're insanely good that it's like I always get to a point where I'm like, all right, I like this song, but it's not good enough, and then I just like don't do anything with it. You know, like I have like hundreds of songs that I haven't released or like put anywhere because I'm just like they're not good enough in my perspective. I don't in my perspective. Yeah.
No, I get that.
So what do you
So
play?
it's
Do you play like guitar, piano?
So
instruments?
yeah, I'm actually like so I play clarinet in high school.
Oh shit.
That's pretty cool.
Sounds like electronic clarinet.
Yeah. Clarinet, EDM.
It's like Squidward on drugs.
Yeah, like dude, Squidward rave, dude. Shameless plug for Squidward rave next Friday. Squidward warehouse rave.
That sounds hype.
Out in the burbs, yeah. But yeah, so it's like I don't know, like I've been kind of all over the place with like where I'm at right now. But I mean, like if anything, it's I mostly do it because it's nice to do for me. You know, it's like kind of like a Zen thing. I kind of like I'm just like I'm no longer like present like with like you know like outside like you know issues or like problems that I've been going with like in my day to day. It's like almost like a Zen kind of thing. Like I'm just
Well, it's like an escape.
yeah,
You know,
escape,
around,
yeah, but it's a healthy escape.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
like
exactly.
I'm not like doing drugs and like like staring at a ceiling for like 8 hours. You know, like
There's nothing wrong with that.
Brian, you got something to say?
You okay, bro?
In my defense,
We don't judge. You know, we don't want to alienate any of our audience out there. So
We're all patriots here, guys.
this is a free country.
That's what I'm saying. So patriotic, you know.
I mean, but in that same vein too, like I always get like a ton of inspiration when I smoke a little weed before I write music too. But I feel like it's like kind of one of those things like refine the song sober, but when you're like trying to get like expressive and inventive and think of like crazy things to do, smoke a joint before, you know? Like who
I mean,
knows?
all
I
artists,
was pretty
all artists are kind of like, do that for their influence.
It's like everybody already does that.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, I'm all right, I'm Windows 98 over here. I'm Internet Explorer, you know, I'm like doing these discoveries like 10 years late.
So do you sing as well, or
Actually, it's funny you mentioned that. Like I was thinking about taking like some singing classes or something. I don't know. I mean, like I feel like I could, you know, like, but I've never like, I mean, I'm like, you know, sometimes like, you know, I'm having a good day, you know, I'll sing in the shower and stuff, you know, like let the baritone go. But like, you know, other than that, I'm not. That's a great question, and honestly, like I kind of want to look into it because I feel like right now I'm still kind of doing like self-discovery of myself and like what my talents are, you know. And it's like I like music and like I like that stuff, but like maybe it's like some other venue within that I haven't hit yet that I'd be good at, you know. Like
So, like, what are you producing? Most of your stuff is instrumental, then, or
it's like it's like I mean, like when I'm really good at sound design and like that's actually too funny. I'm taking a I'm relearning music theory because I'm so like bad at it. So I was like, okay, I need to take some music theory classes, and there's some on like Coursera I've been trying to do. It's like hard to like because it's like, you know, you work from 9 to 5 and then you have like all these hobbies outside. And it's like, you know, most of the time I'm done with work at 5. I'm like, oh, like
I don't feel like doing this.
Okay, now I got to do like fun, but it's not fun because I'm so tired.
right?
I
You
get
take a
that.
nap and then you wake up and then it's like, oh, I gotta go to sleep now.
Exactly. Yeah. It's like, oh man, I didn't even make myself dinner. I know. It's like it's just balancing everything right now. Cause it's like work, and then I've been pretty. I got like pretty like focused on my health, you know.
Yeah,
'Cause
that's big.
Yeah, it's like because like last November I had some like pretty bad habits, you know. I wasn't eating well, you know. I was kind of like, you know, not taking care of myself, and then I was like, you know what, like I'm gonna like focus, and I've been going to yoga at least 3 times a week, and then like I'm also trying to go to the gym, so I'm at least like active 4 or 5 times a week.
Oh, that's good.
You
That's
know,
good.
so
That's
yeah,
great.
like I'm trying to be healthy, and honestly I feel way better.
Yeah,
you know,
you
so
should,
it's like honestly too, like a lot of people don't think about it, but like the physical, like the like actual physical exercise, the big benefit of it too is the mental
Clarity.
clarity
Yeah.
and like, you know, the serotonin and like all that good feeling that you get after exercising too.
Yeah.
Like it's just so like it's like therapeutic in itself.
Do you
know?
sleep better now that you're like in better physical shape?
So like it's funny, like like now I do, but like when I was originally working out, it was harder because I was sore.
Really?
Yeah, I was like really sore, so I'd be like laying in bed like, I couldn't get comfy. It's like, you know, you get the DOMs or whatever after lifting, you know, and it's just like, oh, like everything hurts. But then like I got over it, but I honestly too kind of have like some sleep issues. Like I've always kind of been like a little bit of insomniac. So that's actually funny. Like I'm doing a sleep study tomorrow. Yeah. Like,
Wait, is that like covered by insurance? Because I'm thinking of doing the same thing.
I don't know yet, but I
think
haven't gotten
so.
charged. Yeah, like
I think
I think it's probably insurance, like it varies
Yeah.
company
Yeah.
to company. So like, you have
Yeah,
to
it's
probably just
definitely
look into it. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. So they like I'm gonna do a sleep study. I don't know. We'll see what happens from that, but it should be fun. You know, I'm like kind of curious. You know, because like I got like, you know, like I have my Apple Watch and stuff, and it has like those sleeping apps. You know.
How much real sleep you're getting, whatnot.
Yeah,
stuff
and
like
it does like an estimation. It's like what like how much of a deep sleep, you know, REM, like where are you at and stuff, and like I mean, like looking at that, it's like, okay, you know, I'm doing pretty good, you know, like, but I don't know. It's always good to like have actually like a professional opinion instead of like some app, you know. It's
Definitely.
Yeah.
like how much is that going to be like relying like just rely on that? So
Yeah, I used to have one of those sleep cycle apps. Like you have to like plug it into the wall because it really drains your battery like crazy.
I like that.
It's weird because
I need that app too now.
That's
baddie, dude.
it like records like continuously like throughout your sleep, and then you could hear like snippets of you like snoring or like talking in your sleep and stuff like that.
Oh yeah,
So like yeah, you kind of like discover things about yourself that
It's
you
like, what am I
wouldn't have
saying when I
otherwise.
sleep?
Have any of you guys like been caught like anyone like like that was like sleeping near you, or like was like near you when you were sleeping that like said like, oh yeah, you were like talking in your sleep, you were like saying things, like has that ever happened to you? Like anybody have mentioned that?
I've never experienced that.
I swear there was
so.
like one time like this was a while back, but yeah, one of my ex-girlfriends, she was like, you like I actually can't remember now like what I was saying, but like I like apparently I like kind of like stood up and I just started like went on this like rant or something. And she got like so terrified. She's like, "Oh, like, are you okay, Josh?" And I'm like, "Oh," and then I just like went back to bed. Like it was like this like weird like moment, but I don't know.
Dang, I wonder what you were ranting about.
Yeah, I know. Like that must have been a really intense dream. Like,
For real.
I was
Maybe it's a
somewhere,
nightmare.
like, yeah, probably.
Having a
How long
debate
did
in
you
your
guys stay
nightmare.
together after that? That's
So the day after, it's like I can't do this. So that actually was a traumatizing story for me.
Oh.
That brought up memories.
It's like,
Like, oh man, like next topic. Let's move forward.
let's talk about something a little bit happier.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
like,
All right.
anime, right? You're
Yeah,
an anime fan.
Yeah, I was just talking to you guys about that. Yeah, like so, I was saying like my first anime I ever watched, Dragon Ball Z, Adult Swim. You know, I think it was like, man, I was like young, like 12, 13, I think. Like I was like, I got into DBZ, Little Inuyasha, Cowboy Bebop,
Classic.
Yep.
Samurai Champloo was sick.
What is that? Was that all on Adult Swim?
Yeah. That's like kind of
Shampoo
where like
was? I don't remember Shampoo
I don't
being
think
on
so,
it.
but
Samurai Champloo was on Adult Swim.
think so.
I didn't stay up
I
long
don't think
enough to like.
Well, I mean, yeah, it was like the G-Gen hours.
Yeah.
It'd be at like
yeah.
midnight to 5 a.m. or something
Yeah,
like
right.
that.
There was actually this weird anime on there called like Blue or something, and it was like an intense Starship Troopers anime. Like it was like if Starship Troopers was like real, like you're like, oh, these bugs are like killing me, or whatever. And I remember it like playing at like 3 or 4 in the morning. So like sometimes I'd wake up. And like I was a little kid, I'd just be like turn over and see these like guys getting like murdered in like zero gravity, and be like, oh, then I couldn't go back to bed. I was like
Traumatized.
Yeah, it's just like, what is this show? Like,
Yeah, never heard of that.
Yeah, me
one.
neither.
yeah, it was crazy. Yeah, it was. Yeah, it's like Blue or something. Hold on, I'm gonna look it up real quick.
I fact checked it.
Yeah, I gotta figure this out.
I don't remember that one.
I think he's like a different generation than us.
No.
Yeah,
You're
I'm
calling him
a
old.
How old
you
are
a
you?
millennium or millennial?
Millennial.
I'm a millennial.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It's like
Because we're like Gen Z. I'm pretty
We're at
sure.
like the very. Like,
We're the
You're
end of
at
millennials.
Yeah.
I'm like at like the
The start of
started
Gen Z.
start of Gen Z. Yeah.
Yeah,
oh, it's called Blue Gender.
Never heard of
Ooh.
that one.
that's weird.
Oh, it came out in 1999. That's probably why.
Yeah, I was like 2.
Yeah, it was
we
part
were
of Cartoon
3.
Network's Adult Swim block, but they would air it at like 3 in the morning.
Blue Gender.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
was,
I
but it was like a real, like it was like an intense Starship Troopers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like it was like they were fighting the aliens.
Giant bugs and stuff.
Giant bugs, yeah. And they're like, because I remember actually one of the episodes I was like watching it. They're like 0G, and they're like trying to like, they're like in like one of the like invaded spaceships trying to like see if anybody's still alive, and they go into this like one room and there's like all these egg sacs, and like
Oh, no.
you see like the soldiers in there just like getting like eaten by like the aliens, like they're getting like converted. I'm like, oh my god, this is intense. Like,
Maybe it's like Alien or something like that, like the xenomorphs. And
Yeah.
whatnot. Some like some
Yeah,
like
I'm sure they,
influence
like-
from that.
yeah,
maybe?
they probably got like inspiration from a couple
Yeah.
of things, but yeah, that was crazy.
So that was your introduction to anime. It's like,
But yeah,
Scarred
so
for
yeah,
life.
DVDs.
He's like, I've not been watching anime ever since. you know?
And now I hate anime.
yeah. So yeah, like.
but you liked it.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like,
okay.
so the first time I did see it at 3 in the morning was kind of terrifying, but I was intrigued because also too, like, my favorite genre like is horror. Like, I love horror thrillers,
Oh,
all that
yeah.
kind of stuff. So, you know, like anything scary, I'm like, oh, it's terrifying, but I'm like, I love that. I want to be terrified again. So, but yeah, Blue was Blue Gender, I guess. That's what it's
Blue
called.
Gender.
Weird.
Are there any other horror anime you watch?
Well, I was talking about Uzumaki.
Yeah.
So bad.
Rip.
The first episode was good, and then like it was.
It
I
fell
don't know.
off.
It was, yeah, it's like, what were they doing? The animation was really bad too in the second episode. Like they were like, I guess like one of the whole things around the second episode was like one of the main like women characters. She had like hair that was like alive, but it like turned into like spirals.
Yeah.
And it was like it would move around and like go in people's faces and like hypnotize them to like follow her or whatever.
Yeah.
But like they like were so lazy with the animation that like when she was walking around, it would just like stay in place. So it almost looked like she was wearing this like giant like hat, and it was like didn't look like her hair. And I was like,
Oh, no.
I was just watching it going, this, I can't be scared. This is hilarious.
Like, what is this?
This is so bad. But I mean,
Talking about bad animation this season, I don't know if you guys are like up to like date on Blue Lock.
I've heard memes
Yeah,
about
their
it.
season
but
2 is like
I-
their animation quality is so bad. It's basically just like color grading like manga panels.
What happened?
Yeah,
They
season
just
1
ran out
was
of money,
really
bro.
good.
That's what I heard, yeah.
And like they were like Blue Lock was like the #1 selling manga for
Yeah,
2023.
exactly.
So I'm
Yeah.
just like,
It's like, what happened?
Yeah, like for real, what happened?
it's like now that you guys didn't have money.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah.
You got to take over their animation.
Just one guy, I'll do it all myself.
Do you draw? Do you do,
Yeah.
Oh, dude,
I do
that's sick.
animation
That's
and
cool.
like game design stuff.
Oh,
my,
that's sick.
My main shtick.
That's awesome. Yeah, like it was like in middle school, like when I was like really into anime, like I would buy those like manga books and like how to draw.
Oh yeah, I still have those.
And like I would do it, but like I don't know, like back, okay, maybe it was my school, but like dude, I got bullied like for like an anime.
That's how it was back then.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
And
You
I'm
had to be,
like, okay, why is it so cool now? I'm like, I missed out on this boat. Like,
Yeah, the celebrities are.
I think it's
are
Attack
more
on Titan
accepting.
that made it more like popular, right?
Yeah.
yeah, because now it's like cool. Like,
Yeah, everyone's like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, I watch anime. You don't watch anime? What? What do you mean?
yeah, you're bullied for not watching.
That's
So
the
you're not
opposite.
cultured enough.
It's like this alternate timeline almost. It's like, what is going on?
Yeah, we had to be in the closet, freaking weebs, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
And now it's
Yeah.
cool. Now it's
Yeah,
everywhere.
Now it's accepted. And as you were saying, like,
But I mean, but again, like I'm not like salty about that. I think it's really cool how it's accepted now.
Yeah.
Because now you've got kids growing up that love anime and they get to share it with their friends and stuff. It's great. It's great.
Yeah.
Like I'm happy to see that now. You know.
yeah,
So, but I'm a little sad. But
that we missed the boat.
yeah,
and like growing up with
It's
it.
like, man, I wanted to share it with my friends.
Yeah, growing up.
But instead, we got bullied for it.
But do you have any friends that like didn't like anime back then, but now appreciate it?
Oh man, I don't know. Yeah, because like I think about like high school. I just don't talk to a lot of people from high school anymore.
It's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
That's natural.
Actually, I do have one really good friend, and his name's also Josh, and we still stay in contact. But yeah, he like lives in LA, but we actually play. We do like a Dungeons and Dragons thing every.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
every Wednesday. We got like he found like this guy on like Fiverr, I think it is. It's like one of those like
Yeah, no, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
Fiverr.
yeah.
Yeah. So he found like a DM on there, you know, and this guy's really cool, and like he just like did this whole new like campaign and story for us, and we've been playing it. It's been a lot of fun. Like So like my friend Josh, he's like a man, I don't know what the race is. It's like one of those like metal like monster races in D&D.
The robots?
Yeah, it's like a robot.
Like Warforged?
Yeah, he's Warforged. Yeah, he's Warforged, and then like all three, the other three of us are just all druids. Like, it's like one like it's like the Iron Giant and it's 3 druids. Like, so like, but like it's been really fun. Like, you know, I don't know. Like it's just I don't. It's
Is that your first like D&D campaign?
Yeah, actually. Yeah? Well, it's my second, but like the second with the same group.
Okay.
I did actually try to do it once, like way back in the day. I was living in San Francisco with some friends. We did like one session because like one of my friends actually was a DM and it was fun. Like I think I was like a ranger. I don't remember what race I was, but I ended up getting like a really cool bow off like the spider boss at the end of that one. I was like, I wanted to use it, but then we just never played again.
It's like, dang it.
It's like hard to, you know,
that always
it's like hard to
happens.
coordinate.
Yeah, people times up.
Yeah.
How many people play D&D with you on your campaign?
So it's just me. It's me, Josh, 2 of his friends, and then the DM.
Okay.
So there's 4 of us.
4 of us. Okay.
4 of us, yeah.
Well, that makes sense with the druids. There's 3.
And the Iron Giant.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's been that's also another thing, you know. Just
I love D&D.
Yeah, it's like so much fun, you know. I'm like telling my roommate too. I'm like, we should get let's get
so
another
fun.
campaign to go and like.
If you all get into it, it's so much fun.
Yeah. It's like I do it once a week, but I'm like, I'm down. Let's like make some more campaigns. Like,
I don't have too much experience with D&D, but like I really got into like Baldur's Gate, which kind of like my pathway into like getting some awareness of D&D. I'm not like privy to like all the stuff, but I have a general idea of what's going on.
Close enough.
Yeah.
But he has like Game of the Year for like 2023, right?
Yeah, we're on a lot of stuff.
So,
honestly, you should be Game of the Year for this year too. Like, it's so good. Like,
it's banger game.
Yeah.
It's crazy, like all of the like world building and like mechanics and things that world events that they have to think about in order to like make it like, oh yeah, the map is huge, I guess, which is a good thing, but there's like so many like little nuggets you like don't like see, like so you have to do like multiple campaigns or playthroughs in order to like to fully explore everything, which is crazy. So
it's kind of cool. Like it's like I was thinking about that too, like going back to like D&D, but like from a DM's perspective, like designing something like that, like because like you have to think about like all of the alternative paths that like your campaign, like the people in your campaign could do, you know. You're like, all right, like I designed this story for them to like go to an inn and then like, you know, talk to the innkeeper about like some guy that got a kill in a cave, you know. But like what if my crew like goes in the inn and they're like, you know, we don't want to hang out in this inn. We're just gonna walk down a dirt path and then just keep walking. And it's like, and then you as a DM, you're like, oh wait a minute, it's like, I gotta think about, okay, you guys run into a giant bat or something, you know. It's like you gotta like think on the fly, you know? So,
that's the hard part about it.
It's
like guiding your players to do the stuff you like make for them,
right? And it's just like, then I don't know, you have like that one person that just likes to like fucking like just like fuck off and like do stupid
that's
shit.
me just
like, I'm gonna try to fuck the dragon.
That's
like,
exactly. That's me when I play.
You gotta roll a 20. Like,
derail the campaign.
It's like, dude, you keep rolling nat 20s too, so you're just like the DM just has to like abide. Like, okay, I mean, you did it.
There was one time I was playing and that happened to me, and I got trapped in the cage. So I was like, I'm gonna pray to my God that this cage turns into an anime girl. And I rolled a 20. He's like, damn it! So the cage transformed. That was my character's wife. That's so fun. Her name was like a cage.
Like a cage.
That's hilarious. Man, yeah. So Baldur's Gate. Okay, like video games though.
Yeah.
Do you guys like play? What do you guys play like right now?
You go.
Yeah, I'm playing this new RPG called Metaphor Refantasio.
Okay, I haven't even heard of that.
Have you heard of Persona?
Yes.
It's the same studio as that.
Oh,
okay.
It's like
Persona in like a fantasy setting.
Oh, okay.
But you're like all entering this tournament to become king. It's really cool.
Is it like kind of like, because Persona's like that turn-based one,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing?
Yeah.
It's like turn-based?
Very, very similar.
It's like a live sim.
Yeah.
Like
same calendar
turn-based,
system, social stats.
Okay. Yeah, that game was cool. I just like I like remember like playing it a little. I was like, there's so much depth to this game.
Just like,
I was like, I don't know if I'm ready. I'm gonna get lost for months in this game.
Do you remember which one you played?
I think it was Persona 5.
Okay, makes sense. Yeah, that's the biggest one.
Because that's like the
it was like
gateway
most
to a lot of people getting into that's
Yeah.
mine too.
That's when it blew up.
Yeah.
I was here for 3, you know.
I'm an OG. Don't need to flex on us like that.
I played 1, 2, and 3.
But is it different like storylines for each game?
Yeah, they're
Okay.
independent. They're not like a build off of each other.
And there's like spin-offs that connect them sometimes, but
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah. It's like the fighting game spin-off connects 3 and 4. But yeah, for the most part, they're standalone.
Yeah.
Did you like the music from Persona?
Man, I don't even remember.
Dude,
I
the
played the
music's
game a
so
little
good.
bit.
So
Music's
good.
so good.
So good, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like you got the music production thing going. It's like if you wanted to like make something like along those lines, it'd be kind of cool.
dude, I was
Or
thinking
even
about
make
that
your own
too.
game. Just to,
I was actually, it was funny too. I was watching Forgetting Sarah Marshall. Have you guys seen that movie, right? Like with
that's an old movie.
yeah, it's old, but
I
it's,
have not actually.
Oh, dude,
2006.
it's so funny. It's so yeah. I'm showing my age here again. I'm like, you know this anime show from 1999. Like, all right, let's try this again next time. I'll like come up with some new stuff. But yeah, like in Forgetting Sarah Marshall, the main guy, his like job is he does like music scores for like this television show. So I was like thinking about that too. Like, there's so many different routes you can take like with music. You know, it could be like a show or a game soundtrack or like anything. So that was like, yeah, like I don't know. I have not thought about that, but that would be kind of sick.
If you do game soundtracks, hit me up. You know?
Game soundtracks would be kind of cool too.
I'm a game dev, bro. So
Yeah, because like that's the thing too. Like going back to like video games, one of my favorite games is Ocarina of Time.
oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
Like the music in that
Yeah.
game, like I still like I love like all the soundtracks. There's one that I still bump. It's called the Potion Shop soundtrack. And it's like that one that's got that like kind of vibey
think I know it.
like drum like sounds like it's so cool.
I have to
Like,
hear it again, but I think I know it.
yeah. It's like, but it's like, yeah, like that kind of stuff. Like I'm like, when I was like growing up, like I would just listen to that. Like I'd be like, I got an MP3 player and I would like download video game soundtracks and just like put my headphones in and like that's like what I would listen to. during
So,
the day.
I mean, they're really good.
Yeah,
ones.
yeah, it was like, who needs like Led Zeppelin or whatever? My parents are trying to make me listen.
I got Zelda title screen.
Because I mean, sometimes even like I still bop to like anime openings
Yeah, I do
and stuff
too.
like that,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
like video game music as well. It's just like it's a vibe, you know?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, okay. Like speaking of that, so like, all right, so Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood obviously is superior, but like I gotta say that the other version, the soundtrack is so good.
Is it really?
Oh, the original.
Yeah, the
Full
original Full Metal soundtrack is
I never saw that
so good, dude. Like it's like the main theme song, like it's like Brothers.
It's Brothers. It's Brothers. Yeah, that's what it's
It's like
called.
the like
Yeah,
that one.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
so
yeah.
good, dude. Like I just
I have that one. I have that one on my playlist. It's so good. Yeah,
It's so good.
So
Like,
good.
It's so good. Yeah.
But that was only on the first Full Metal. It wasn't on Brotherhood. I feel like it's on both.
Is it on both?
I
Okay,
feel.
okay. Because I was
I watched
watching
some of
this,
Brotherhood or Full
The
Metal,
original?
the original,
Oh,
but I
okay.
can't recall.
I thought they
like, if they're-
remixed a lot of the original themes.
They
for
did
Brotherhood.
like maybe like the main theme may have been like kind of similar, but like I do know like a lot of the like other songs within the show are like completely different.
Okay.
Yeah. And like also too like I don't know the both the shows had like a different vibe. I feel like the Americanized one, like the ending was terrible, but like the general like kind of like feeling that you got watching it, like
Yeah.
it felt more like serious. Like it was like a little bit like more morose, you know, like you really felt bad for the brothers and like what they went through. And like I love Brotherhood too, and like there were like they did nail them like the sadness down too. But there were some times where I was like the music is like kind of uplifting, but it's like a sad scene, and I'm like, am I supposed to be like happy or sad right now?
Yeah.
It's like, what's going on?
Yeah, I'm so confused.
How should I feel about this?
Yeah. Like, tell me how I should be feeling. Like, but yeah, so
Wait, so do you like horror games?
like yeah, actually. So
You
I
a
love
Silent Hill guy?
Dead Space?
Okay.
I haven't played. I want to play the OG Silent Hill.
Yeah.
They were making a new one, right? And then
Didn't
they
it
like,
just
it
come
never.
out?
Yeah,
It
two,
didn't-
they made two.
Yeah, 2 came out. Yeah.
Oh, did they remade it?
2.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Came out,
I'm
like,
gonna have
last
to
month,
I'm gonna
right? Or this
try
month?
that.
It's really good for
gotta
what I've
try
seen.
that.
I haven't played it,
Okay.
but it looks really good.
Yeah.
And then like Resident Evil is like really iconic.
Yeah, I played.
Yeah.
I played the remake of that. I'm like, I got
Which one? There's been a lot of
There's-
remakes.
I
They made
played
2, 3, and 4.
Resident Evil 4.
Okay.
4.
Oh.
Yeah, because I never played it. I want to try it. I heard that one was like.
I love that game so
I
much.
Yeah,
heard it was
that
like
one's
one of the
really
best
good.
one.
Yeah, put it on
I'm like,
the
I don't know.
GameCube.
Like I was playing on PS5. I got pretty far, but I'm like stuck at this one part, and I just kind of like. I'm like, I'm not like determined enough right now, but it's like this one part where like you have to fight like 3 of those like the walking
big giant
monster.
ones?
Yeah,
Yeah.
with the cage, and like they come at you with the sound. And it's like you have to be quiet. You have to be quiet so
Claws.
they don't run at you. But then there's like minions. There's like 10 like dudes trying to attack you at the same time. So you're like, I have to shoot them. But then you shoot them, and then like big dude comes at you.
I remember that one.
Yeah, I was like, I haven't figured that out yet. I'm like,
Yeah,
need,
you're
a
like
walkthrough or something.
Act 2, basically in like the mansion or whatever.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
mansion,
I'm in
like
the
the
mansion.
castle or whatever.
Yeah. So I don't know how much I got left, but it's
You got to get to the island. I think is the third act.
The island?
So
Okay.
so you're probably like about halfway.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, I gotta.
What are you
get
playing it
back
on?
to
What
that.
difficulty are you playing it on?
I think I was like the hardest.
Oh, probably that's why.
I'm like, I don't know, like I'm
You're
kind
a
of like
real
I'm like a
gamer.
masochist like that. I'm like hardest difficulty, even though I'm gonna this up.
A real
So you
game.
just like to rage quit.
You
Or
wanna
like
be mad.
sometimes I like it's like I'll do the hardest or the second to hardest. Sometimes it's the second to hardest because I'm like, all right, like I got to be realistic about myself. I can't do the hardest. But, like, give myself a little break.
I gotta chill.
Go big or go home.
Yeah. Or like, I guess I got to pick the hardest. I don't know.
So you said you're like a big Dead Space fan?
Mm-hmm. I love Dead Space. I actually just like the story of Dead Space, to be
Yeah.
honest. I'm like, because that's like, all right, like going back to like movies too, like and games, like
Everything's all related. Everything's all related.
It's all. Here's my conspiracy theory. It's all interconnected.
They're all the same.
No, yeah, but like I love like Lovecraftian,
Okay.
like horror, like that, like cosmic kind of like those giant like weird amalgamation
Like
of like
grotesque.
monsters. Yeah, grotesque and
Yeah.
stuff. There was like this. What's the movie called? Color Out of Space. Have you seen that with like Nicolas Cage? It's kind of new. I think 2018.
Okay.
It's like a horror movie.
I've not seen it.
It's really good. It's like,
Yeah.
but they nail it down like the wife turns into like I think she like fuses with this like she ends up turning into this like spider monster like flesh thing and like tries to like kill the kid. It's just gnarly. It's like whoa, like that's the kind of horror that I like.
Yeah.
I'm like okay.
I think it's called like body horror.
Yeah,
or something
yeah, it's like-
that.
yeah,
Like
but
the
like-
Human Centipede was one of like the.
I mean, I don't know.
it's similar though. It's kind of like like deformations
Yeah.
of people or animals, or both of them together.
Yeah, exactly. Like, because like that was like the whole thing in the movie. Like the presence or whatever was like from like some alternate dimension where like they just like live off pain. So they're just like in our world they're like combining like I don't know like they have this power to like genetically like combine whatever they touch.
Yeah.
So there's like a part where like the horses started like fusing together and like it was like gnarly looking. It was like whoa, like you don't want to mess with this thing, like whatever it is. But yeah, like going back to games though, like so Dead Space, like same kind of vibe. I love it. Like if you watch the like the anime show that they did, it was like that short. Like,
I didn't know they had one.
They did one?
yeah,
I had
it was
no
on like
idea.
Netflix.
I guess you gotta watch it now.
Dude, it's so good. It's like a prequel to like what happens in Dead Space, and it's like you just watch it, and it's like kind of like how everybody slowly goes crazy after like finding that obelisk and stuff. And I'm just like I love the lore. I'm like this is so cool. Like, yeah, but yeah, I played like the first Dead Space, the second Dead Space. I think there's 3, right?
Yeah, there's 3.
Yes, I haven't played the third one. Let's see.
You did the remake? That one like last year?
Oh
yeah.
yeah. So I downloaded the remake. I was like started playing that again. But again, I got like maybe like 2, 3 levels in. I stopped. And I'm like,
It's like
I don't know. It's like I think I'm just getting like older. It's like back in the day, I could game. Like
You're losing your gamer
I
sense,
know,
man.
I know. I'm like, damn responsibilities, dude. I gotta yeah, because like back in the day, like I was. I got like my Achilles heel for like the games that like I just like was addicted to, I guess, was like World of Warcraft. I played the crap out of that game. Like vanilla, you know, I was like 13, 14, like playing that game. And like my mom would just be like coming to my room after me being on it for like 5 hours. Like, hey Josh, you gotta like dinner, you know, come hang out with the family. I'm like, no, I'm in a raid. Like,
not the raids.
yeah, because like you get like back in the day, it was like not a joke. You had to like meet up, like 40 people, all get like on Ventrilo together, like coordinate, like fighting these giant bosses, and then like the whole thing would take like hours.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like you'd be in there for like 4 or 5. I was like there's like a point when I was playing that game, I was like, this is insane. I am like I need to stop. Like I was like,
it's too much.
It's too much. I was like I'm spending way too much time playing this video game, and I kind of just stopped one day. But
I forgot the game. I was talking about bosses that take a long time. There would be like I forgot the game, but like the devs made like super impossible boss where they had to like they rated it and they had to like do shifts. Like people would have to like grind for like 12 hours.
Oh, that's crazy.
And the other person would have to like, get time to sleep or
wonder-
something, bro, take care of themselves. It's like-
I want to know what that is now. I'm curious.
Yeah, like what boss is that? That's crazy.
I wonder.
There was like one boss, I can't remember. It was like Archimond or something. It was like one of the bosses because like have you played Warcraft 3, like the RTS one?
I tried it, but I'm like bad at RTSs. So
Oh yeah. Honestly, I'm not that good either. But it's like it's
I
kind
have
of
no
like
strategy.
yeah. But it's like like the main villain in that game. They like brought him back into WoW or whatever. But I guess like I heard things like he was like super OP, like no one could beat him. There was like this whole thing where like the world first still hadn't happened and like the boss had been out for like months or something.
Jeez.
And just like
Nobody
this
could
guy,
beat
like
him.
and then they nerfed him and then everybody started beating him or something. I don't know. But
I don't know if devs just like love seeing their
Yeah, it's like,
players
why?
suffer.
12-hour shifts.
Yeah,
for a
something
boss?
like that. It's crazy. Yeah.
It's like, what do you get out of it?
Yeah.
It's like, why?
Yeah,
the drops, man.
What
that
are you
loot.
made?
Yeah.
For what reason?
It's like, and then what? You know, you got the cool.
What have I
shiny
done?
armor.
I feel like the devs are all just true gamers. Like they just want to like
They're dedicated.
yeah. It's like this is what I would want in like a game, and then they would like make it that way.
Yeah.
They have to be. I mean,
Yeah.
it's
I know.
hard to be a dev without being a true
Yeah, you have to
gamer.
be really
Just like to
into
tell
it, right?
people. I don't know.
I make games, but I don't like games.
Yeah.
It's like, huh?
And it's like, I feel like that too. It's like even if you like love games, you know, like man, like I don't know, like if it became a job, I feel like it would like you got to make sure you get to a point where you don't start hating games because it turns into a job.
It's
you know?
hard.
Yeah, like it's like you got to find that balance. you
Yeah.
know? It's like so. But so you're a game dev though.
Yeah.
So you do like Unity or what is just like?
I do animations, so I don't really touch the engine very much. I just give them the models and the animations.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what do you do? It's like what
It's like
program do you
software.
do? Like what software? Do you do models?
3D Studio Max mostly.
Okay.
Or Blender. That's the free one.
Blender, yeah, I was gonna say like I've seen like people use Blender a lot.
That's a good
like,
one.
Yeah, I've seen some like really cool like 3D models come out of that
Yeah.
engine. I was like, wow, you can just do that? That's crazy. I'm like, I'm not that. I feel like even if I had Blender, it would be like a 3D stick figure. It'd be like, look at this, yeah,
Art.
I'm gonna frame this.
Buy my game, please.
Got like shaded. A little bit.
It's a stick figure game.
Dude, speaking of stick figure games, guys remember that that side scrolling game in high school that was like on those like it was like that Flash game and you were like a stick figure dude?
Yeah, I
it
do
on
actually.
Yeah, and you'd like to like fight and stuff.
Was it on addictinggames.com?
I think so. It was
Okay.
like something like that.
There's like a bunch of them
Territory
too.
War.
Yeah, I remember there was a ton of
There
them.
was
Yeah,
sequels
yeah.
and stuff.
You
Yeah.
played Territory War by any chance?
No, what is that?
It's all territory. It's like stick figures.
It's like Territory War.
yeah.
Oh, it's like one of those stick figure games.
It's Territory War. What else is it?
Like, I guess like missiles, like bombs or whatever, and it's just like a turn-based.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think that's it. That sounds
Yeah.
super familiar.
You don't
Yeah.
run around though. You're just.
It's kind of like
watching.
Worms. Like you're like
Oh, yeah,
you
well,
like
yeah.
you move, shoot, and then like it's the next person's turn or
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah. Yeah, that game is also really
Good
fun.
old Newgrounds.
Newgrounds.
Yeah.
Mini clip.
Mini
Mini clip. What else was there?
Man. There's like those weird like shows too, like Salad Fingers. Like
I heard of that. Never watched it.
That was like the OG YouTube.
yeah, that like oh my god, like okay, this is gonna show my age, but like Star Wars Gangster Rap, it was like that one.
No, I remember that.
Yeah, that was like back when like I can't even remember what that site was called. It was like Adam or something. I don't know. Like everything everything just
a lot of
changed.
them got re-uploaded on YouTube.
Oh, really?
I remember the Chipmunks gangster rap as well. Like if you ever heard of like Alvin and the Chipmunks, like before like the 2010 movie, they had like the cartoon.
Yeah.
But like it's like the Chipmunks, they kidnap Dave and they start like beating like the crap out of him. So, they're saying like you really abused
sounds
us
better.
and like you forced us to like you know how like Michael Jackson was like he spent his whole childhood like just forced to do music like to the point where like it gave him like mental problems. Like that was like their version of like they ended up like tying Dave by a rope to a car and they drove and yeah, and then like they buried him pissed on his grave.
Oh my god.
I forgot what rap song they used, but they like just changed the lyrics or whatever.
Oh my god.
But that was like edgy YouTube. Back
Yeah,
in, like,
yeah, it's like those like edgy shows like Happy Tree Friends.
Oh, I remember
Oh,
that one.
Happy
Yeah,
Tree
yeah,
Friends.
yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah, it's like just sadistic.
They're just
why
like,
do you
what?
watch that? Like, it's crazy. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Some people just enjoy it, I guess. I don't know.
I like Happy Tree Friends.
Yeah, it's like
early internet.
or like
Yeah.
early internet, like when like you've discovered rotten.org.com or whatever. You ever heard of that site? Maybe that no one
I don't
go to
know
that
about
site.
that.
I don't even know if it still exists, but it was one of those gnarly websites that just like had no censorship, so they would just.
Yeah.
I mean, like as a little kid, you'd go on there and you'd just like see something
Just like,
die.
whoa.
Or like you'd see some crazy stuff on that website. I was like it was like a dare, like back in like high school, we'd be like, all right, go to that site and like watch this video, dude, it's crazy. And then you just see some guy get beheaded and you're like 12, like that's probably gonna scar me.
And that's traumatic.
Yeah, that was traumatic. Like thanks for making me watch that.
Yeah, there's still websites like that now.
Yeah.
But,
like World Star. I don't know if they get like intense, but
I don't know.
there's a different website for like beheadings and stuff like that.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
not
Like
surprised.
Best Gore,
Yeah.
I think.
No,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm sure it's always out there for sure. I don't know, like I'm just like I don't want to go out and seek it. I don't want to see that.
It's like I'm having a good day right
Yeah,
now.
exactly. Why ruin it? You know?
Good.
Like I don't need that in my life.
Like happy stuff.
And then you get like thrown off because you're like Happy Tree Friends sounds like a
Like,
happy
oh yeah,
show.
kid
Yeah.
show. And you're like, oh,
Wait a minute.
they're killing each other.
It's like that is not what I was like signed up for.
Have you seen there's like a Fall Out Boy music video where they used Happy Tree Friends as like the music video?
No, what? Which one? Which was that like one of their older songs?
It's called Carpal Tunnel of Love.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Huh.
That was one of my first introductions to Happy Tree Friends.
Was the music video?
Yeah, love Fall Out Boy.
Oh, that's
So
funny.
that song is actually like really good.
Did you hear that they're doing they're like redoing Warped Tour? It's coming out 2025.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but it's not like it's like in 3 cities. I think it's like Orlando. There's one in California.
Mhm.
Oh, and then like there's one in like the Pacific Northwest. I think it's like Washington. But it's like it's like 3 places instead of across this country. And I think it's like $150 for 2. I don't know. It's not Warped Tour. You know, they're like
Yeah.
trying to bring it back, but it's
Yeah.
not really Warped Tour. But
I think they're trying to gauge like the interest before like opening more venues,
maybe. Yeah.
because you know you could lose a lot of money.
Yeah.
Going
Well,
into
yeah.
it.
That's actually been the thing. I mean, you hear like all these concerts shutting down and stuff. I think we're kind of hitting a bubble with that,
Yeah.
especially because a lot of people can't afford how costly tickets are getting. You know, like I read about like if you're like on the other side of the country and you like want to go see like if like you want to go to like some festival or Coachella or whatever, it's like okay, like I'm paying like $400 for tickets. Airbnb is nuts, like I ended up like that trip ends up with plane tickets. It's like $2,000-$3,000, and then you have like these like famous artists like cancel last minute, and you're like,
Or they barely go on, like they say, or they come in late and
Yeah.
like they're on stage for like 10 minutes.
it's just like what is this? Like like it's not worth it anymore.
Yeah.
It's like I feel like there's gonna be a resurgence of like more local shows. I have that feeling.
Yeah.
Like more like local shows, underground like raves, warehouse. I think that stuff's gonna start picking up again because like people aren't gonna. Live Nation is like destroying like, live music right now. So I don't know. I feel like at some point it's gonna give, but I actually like found this cool website that does like for Chicago. It has all like the underground like shows and locals and stuff. It's like a website that like keeps getting updated. So like if you want to like actually go to like some cool underground shows, you can just go to that website and like find an address.
Are you in that scene by any chance?
I mean, I kind of was in San Francisco. Like sometimes
Okay.
people would take me to like shows and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, like, do you like perform? Like,
Oh
on
no.
the-
I like
Not yet, at
Not
least.
yet.
I'm like more like I like to produce like and like I like sound design and stuff, but like honestly like I've messed with like a DJ rack like a handful of times.
Yeah.
I'm not that good at like the live, but like like when I get to like actually designing a sound, like most of the time I use like Serum or I actually been like learning Phase Plant because that one's actually really cool.
Okay.
It has like unlimited modulation, and they have like the like the filter. You can actually stack as many filters as you want, and like they actually have like 3 different lanes, so you can like send like there's just so much more you can do in it than Serum, but it's like one of those things that like as a beginner you don't want to start with Phase Plant because there's just too much.
Too many options.
Yeah, you start with
too many options to weigh.
Gotta weigh your options.
I feel that. I feel like I'm more of like I just go for presets and tweak them because
Yeah.
it's simple. I'm more of like the songwriting rather than the sound design. but you know, I want to learn more sound design. I feel like because you want to learn more of like the theory.
Yeah, like we should like trade trade knowledge.
Where I'm more of like a theory head, but like I want to learn like sound design and seeing like what sounds good.
Yeah. It's crazy. Like once you really get into it too, like that's the thing too. Like it's still like kind of I'm training my ear to be like at that point where I can like mix on my own and stuff. But like really at the end of the day, like what I've learned is like it's like mixing. Like once you're like pretty much done with the track, mixing should only be like take like maybe like 5% of how long the whole track took to make. Because at that point, you should have already picked the right sounds. They should always already be like kind of in the right position. You know, like that. Like that's what I kind of like hear from a lot of like top producers these days and stuff. They have the ear to know. All right, that's going to be like a background sound. Okay, this is going to be my lead. It's going to take up this like sound stage. Like I'm going to have like these sounds that kind of go in the back, and then every sound kind of has a position already. So when you get to mixing, you're like, I don't know, tweak a little bit, but you've already got the idea,
Yeah.
Because like that, I feel like, because that's the thing I've been learning too. It's like mixing is so important to the process of the song that like I think like everybody should be able to like be like expert at mixing if they know, like if they want to make a good song, like I mean I maybe not an expert, maybe I'm like I'm like, but like I don't know, like just from my own personal experience, it's like I've kind of learned the hard way, like I'm like, oh, these sounds sound really cool together, but I'm like mashing them all in the same place, and it's like it just sounds like noise sometimes, and you're like, wait, I need to like, okay, I'm gonna pull that one out. I need to like tweak the sound on this one a little bit, maybe throw some reverb, push it more to the back, push it more to the backstage, like stuff like that. Maybe some chorus, filter out the frequencies, also too, like, I mean, a lot of stuff you learn on the way too, like, like you start figuring out where you want the sound to be in the spectrum. So like, you'll have like a really nice high, like pitched sound or something. You only need the high frequencies. Like EQ everything out that's lower and stuff, so you have more room for the other sounds in your mix, because you don't want, because this high sound that just has those like weird like tail end like sub frequencies that come off or whatever, they're gonna wash out your mix. And like I've been learning to do that like with most of my sounds. It's a process, and like I didn't go to school for it. I didn't like take any classes or anything. It's just been like self-taught for like over 18, 19 years now.
I think it's most people now, like because YouTube is a thing.
Yeah. YouTube's been great. I actually did sign up for this one like an EDM class, but it was like more or less like just like I only watched like the mixing and mastering classes because I was like I really needed to like learn that. And you learn a ton.
You have no issues with production and like having the inspiration.
Yeah, well, yeah, because I mean, like I was saying earlier, it's like
the weed helps
get a little high. It's like I throw a bunch of sounds together. Like, but I know myself at this point. I know that I'm not going to be like, all right, like I'm gonna come up with this cool like this cool like melody. This counter melody and all this, like all these like sick transitions. It's like, no, I'm baked. I'm going to make some cool sounds. I'm going to set it all up. And then when I come back sober, I'm going to be like, oh, I like that and that and that and that and that. And then I put it together, Yeah. So like, I think like for high sound design, sober, mixing, mastering, everything else. I think yeah, I think drugs is great for sound design.
I actually have like a really good idea right now because you have a cat. Yeah. It's like a cool like little challenge that you could do, and you could film the process, and it would go viral on like TikTok or like YouTube or whatever. Like, you record your cat doing like making like whatever cat noises they make, or like them like hitting the table, and like you sample all that stuff and make a beat only using those elements, and then just sound design everything.
Actually, would be sick. My cat is such a talker too. Like one day I would have like a soundboard full of sounds, like all the different sounds.
You're pretty fire, actually.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, dude, Hattie, this is sick. Like, keep going. Okay.
Can you imagine like a meow and then you distort the crap out of it?
Just like it's like the boots and cats and boots. Cats. But yeah, I mean, it's been like, I don't know, it's been like a cool experience. I kind of gotten to this point though, of, like, I don't know, like I haven't like gotten a lot of inspiration lately when it comes to music, so I've taken a little bit of a break. Like I go back to it every once in a while, but I just like I don't know, like I'm just not like, there's not a lot of motivation right now. So I've been kind of like, I've been doing other things like I've been trying to get back into learning math because I want to so basically like at my job, like we kind of do artificial intelligence a little bit, like we do AI and stuff, but like most of my jobs around like, utilizing some kind of chatbot or, connecting to like, OpenAI or an LLM or whatever. But like, I don't really know, like, I mean, I know machine learning, but I'm not like, I don't know the math behind it, so I kind of made it a goal of mine too. Like, all right, like, like the idea of this, but like it would massively help me to know like the nuts and bolts of like what's going on underneath.
Yeah.
So I signed up for like a Coursera class and like,
Okay.
and then like right now I'm like in the linear algebra part. I'm like, oh god, it's like bringing me back to like college, and I'm like,
no,
it's just crazy. Like it's hard to like conceptualize because like you get to the point where like once you pass like 3 dimensions, like when they get into like 5-6 dimension matrices and all that stuff, it's like at that point I'm not able to visualize this because it's like 6 different dimensions. I'm like, what does that even look like? It's like what? Yeah, but then like at the end of the day it's just like systems of equations and all that. I mean like it's kind of fun to brush up on, but again like I already work, like I'm already working, so it's like I gotta figure out that balance after work, do I want to like study today, do I want to make some music today? But like honestly I kind of like this flow too, because it's like like I don't have a set schedule, but I'm always learning something new. Like I'm always like flexing that brain muscle, outside of work. Because that's the thing too, like I love my job, like don't get me wrong, but like I've been kind of thinking about it lately. Like I don't want my job to I don't want the job to be my identity. Like I don't want my job to be like who I am.
I get that.
Like I like what I do, but I would like to have like a me outside of my job. So that's like whether that's like making music, I don't know, hanging out with friends, whatever. But like it's like
your hobbies basically.
Yeah, it's hobbies exactly. So like I've been like maybe that's too. It's like I kind of have like a lot of different hobbies right now. So I'm trying to zone that into like it's like when you like brought up singing, it's like I want to try it, and like maybe if I like doing it and I'm good at it, then I'll pursue it. But it's like I feel like I'm kind of in a discovery phase right now, like what I want to do, what I like to do, what I'm good at, so
yeah,
that's kind of all over the place. That's cool though. Always keep learning the older you get. Regardless,
exactly.
You're never too old to learn it.
Like I just like I got that, like I don't know, like it's kind of crazy. Like sometimes I get off work and like I have that like voice in my back of my head. It's just like
your conscience,
Josh, like all you've done today is work. Get off your ass and do something. I'm like, oh, come on,
like, no,
like,
please.
I've just been coding all day. Brain, like give me a day. Like it's like no, you need to go study. Get on Coursera. I actually have like it's crazy. Like my phone has like so many alerts. I have like 5 different reminders that go off daily. It's like AI study time.
Yeah.
Learn how to play piano, because that's another thing I wanted to try to learn. I gotta like I was taking a class on that too. I feel like I'm just like kind of jumbled. I need to just like pick one, just like focus on and finish it. But again, kind of like all over the place right now, but I'll figure it out.
I'm kind of like the same boat, but like I feel like I've accepted that I have to like work in seasons when it comes to certain things. Like I think from now till the end of the year, maybe it's just going to be like songwriting and like focusing on being like physically fit. And like next year, maybe the first quarter I'm going to focus on like video editing and like kind of like learning that, and you kind of like build on that rather than doing like 5 or 6 things at once, and you're improving like very minimally. So like because you have to carry that momentum and like doing that over a period of like 5 or 6 years, or would you rather be like super focused into one thing and like you just kind of it's like deep studying,
right. And it's like one of those things too. It's like I've learned that at my job. It's incredibly hard context switching. Like if you're if I'm coding or whatever, and then I'm like my boss is like, we have a meeting, get in it right now. Like when I get out of that meeting, like it's kind of hard for me to like go, okay, like back to coding. Like it takes me a while to like, like
readjust.
Okay, like now get back into the zone. So like your point of like having like 6 different hobbies right now, because it's like, all right, get into the zone, music, 30 minutes, let's study. It's like I'm kind of like jumbling. I think it's a good idea. Maybe just like kind of seasonal, or like just like have like a structured schedule. Like all right, this month you're doing this.
Because like what's the quote? It's like what 10,000 hours it takes to become a master or something like that, until you master your skill. So I mean,
so 60,000.
I'll get 6 things. Yeah, you gotta go.
How many hours does a person like? What is that like in like a lifespan? Like how many hours do you live?
I don't know. It's
80 years. Calculate the
24 times 50. No, 24 times 40 times. Oh, actually, no.
Wait, what?
I was thinking of like a work week, like 24 times.
I was like, that's not much.
Kevin, how long does it? How is the average life of a human? man.
how many hours in the average life?
Yeah. So I'm curious, like what, like out of 10,000, like how much is that? Like what percentage?
It's
is
probably
that
unrealistic to be like a grandmaster at everything.
There's like some years where you can't do it.
You're like the
you're a
jack of
baby.
all trades with like the grandmaster of
Yeah.
all trades.
Again, like, you don't have to be a grandmaster at like playing the piano to release piano songs or whatever.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
You just gotta kind of just start doing it because
Yeah.
a lot of
Yeah.
like mangaka, like people that make manga, like you could see like their like development in their manga over the
Yeah.
years. So like it's just like just starting.
Just keep doing
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
The repetitions, the reps.
Like
Yeah,
how many
how
hours?
many hours? Yeah.
Yeah.
What is it? What does it say? How many years? 73.
73 years. Okay,
Okay.
so 73 times 24 times 52.
Yeah, 52.
Yeah.
Or just like 365.
365. Yeah.
Well, I guess some of them are leap year. That's getting complicated.
we had to factor everything.
You also sleep for like 12, well, not 12 hours. Like,
Dang.
Kids do. Kids do not.
I wish.
12 hours.
I sleep 3 hours.
That's a lot.
No.
73 years though. That's pretty decently long life.
Is that just like worldwide?
That's probably worldwide.
Okay.
Mm.
Wow. It was not like that before. I mean, like the 1400s and stuff.
Well, yeah,
Like,
medicine, the advancement of medicine.
Old.
Yeah, back in the.
You said you're a millennial. It's like,
back in the dark ages.
After I
I
slid
had a lot of cattle. I owned a farm.
are you
I was a knight.
vampire?
That's the next question. Speaking of that, have you guys seen What We Do in the Shadows?
I've heard of it.
Oh,
I've not
it's
seen
so
it.
good.
Wait, what is it?
I never
It's
heard
so
of
funny.
it.
It's like
I like the director a lot. I haven't seen it yet though.
Yeah. So
What is it? A movie?
So there's a movie, and then they made a show off of it, and both are really good. The movie's hilarious, but the show is like it's pretty much it's a mockumentary about like vampires. So like it's like a camera crew following around vampires and like their like day-to-day lives
Yeah.
and like all that stuff, and it's just hilarious. And it's like obviously it's like fake, they're not vampires, but it's like the movie is like making it seem like it's like a mockumentary.
Yeah.
It's pretty much. So it's like
So it's kind of like The Office, but with vampires.
yeah, but it's dude, it's so funny.
It sounds
it's such
good.
It's such a good show. It's so good. Yeah, like, and then it like yeah, because like I saw the movie, and then when I heard they had a show out, I was like, what? I gotta check it out. And like now it's on like the 5th season, and I heard they have one left.
Oh wow.
And I'm like, man,
When did the movie come out? If you remember, like
it's
probably like recently.
1999.
Oh, okay.
No,
I
let me
was,
see.
I was like
Actually,
saying recently or
I
a
don't-
while
okay, let me
while
check.
ago.
I don't think it hasn't been.
That's like what's his name? Taiki. What?
Is it like an
TV?
American show?
2014.
Okay.
Oh, that's not
Yeah,
that
yeah,
bad.
yeah, yeah. He's New Zealand.
Yeah.
He's from
Oh.
New Zealand. Yeah, yeah. That guy's hilarious.
Yeah, no, I like his stuff.
yeah. He's really funny. What other things did he do? He's made like a show.
He did
Or...
Jojo Rabbit.
Oh, okay.
He did a Thor movie too. He did the
Oh, really?
Ragnarok. Yeah.
Oh, that guy.
Oh, wow,
Yeah.
I didn't know that. That's crazy.
What's his name? Like Taiku.
Yeah, I was hearing his name.
Whatever,
It's like
something
Taiki
like that.
Waititi or
Taiki
something.
Waititi, yeah. Tzatziki sauce?
That's racist.
Oh, he's hilarious. He
Yeah.
does the Korg voice, like the Stone dude in Ragnarok.
Oh,
He's
really?
like, hey guys.
I think what else he did.
Yeah.
He doesn't have that many movies.
Yeah, What We Do in the Shadows was funny though. I like that show was really funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, vampires. I don't know if I'd want to be a vampire, to be honest. I think about this a lot, to be honest. I don't know why. No, but it's like okay, like it'd be cool to live forever, but man, like wouldn't that be sad? Like you'd be so lonely.
Yeah,
after
it's
a while.
true. After a while, it's like, dang.
yeah, like it's like
Well, only
all your
sustenance you
family's
could get is
dead and-
their blood.
yeah, it's
It's like all you can have is blood. So
Yeah.
like it's like basically having the same meal every day, and
It's
like
like,
it would get
dang it.
bland and boring. You
I
know?
don't know, it's like yeah.
I'm tired of blood.
Yeah.
Oh, have you seen the show Castlevania?
I have not. I played the
not.
game, but I have not. seen the
Castlevania,
show.
the show is so good. It's on Netflix. That actually is like it's so good. Like it kind of paints Dracula in this like he's like evil and he wants to like kill everybody, but like really, in all honesty, he just like really loved this one woman, and then like the show is like really like against like the church. Like it's like so anti like
No, it's very like atheist,
Catholicism.
yeah.
Yeah, it's very atheist show. Like, cause like the whole like the whole show is like pretty much about how like this like church is just hates Dracula and like tries to fuck his life over, and he's like, well, now I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill all humans. Like, it's like, oh, all right.
Wait, have you played the games?
No, I haven't.
No, I mean that's an older game.
Yeah.
Is there multiple of them?
Yeah, there's a bunch.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Actually, I pplayed one of them on the DS. I could not tell you which one, but it was fun.
There's like 3 in the DS.
One of them.
Were they like Game Boy games?
I think there's some.
Okay.
It's like from the NES. It's a
It's an
old series.
one,
Yeah.
Yeah. What was like the first console you guys ever had?
I had a PS2.
PS2? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, PS2, GameCube, that generation as well.
Nice.
Well, like, does Game Boy count?
Yeah, Game Boy.
Game Boy console.
Yeah.
Wait, what about you?
Well, I like inherited my mom's Super Nintendo. I didn't.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
But like
SNES.
N64 was like my first.
Nice.
I played like Super Mario 64. That game was
Of course, yeah.
That
Okay.
game was so cool. Like it was like so beyond its time too, with like the graphics and stuff.
Yeah. You a GoldenEye guy?
Yeah,
Yeah.
GoldenEye was actually my favorite one. And then like the other one came out. There was like I can't remember what the name of the game was, but the cartridge was blue, and it was like it was a 007 game. But what blew my mind about that game was that like you could do multiplayer and create bots. So you could do you could be like, yo, like, hey, like come over, we're gonna do 4v4 bots. You know?
Wait,
like,
did it have aliens?
Uh,
It's not Perfect Dark, is it?
no.
Oh, okay.
No, it was one of the 007s. I can't remember
Yeah.
like which one it was, but like it was kind of sick because like you like no longer had to like like it was like the first game where I was like, wow, I could do like co-op with my friends and fight bad guys, So it was like we would like set up these 4v4s, and then I'd put the bots on like the hardest difficulty, so they just like turn around a corner and headshot you. Like they'd be like, oh, he's dead. Like
It's like, what?
like blind, just shooting.
come on.
Yeah. So much fun. With like GoldenEye, I always think about like the like Odd Job or whatever, that character you can unlock, and he's like shorter.
Oh, yeah.
Like so like there's like this
Hard to hit him.
there's this like people would hate you if you pick that character
can't
because
hit
you're like sitting at the ground, you just be like,
like, I
shooting
can't
their
get him.
legs. And like so you like run up on people and they'd have to like point down, and by the time they like move down to shoot you, you'd already be dead. Like
It's
you
like
know,
it reminds me of like Yoda playing Star Wars
yeah,
Battlefront 2.
yeah.
Like, oh, I'd
Just
always have to
small,
like
flip it around
like, aim
everywhere.
my
Oh, yeah, like
lightsaber
Dooku
down.
or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, what?
yeah.
I think I've seen like kind of a mod of Super Mario 64 and like the 007 where like Mario has a gun. And
I've seen that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just shoots up the whole like Mushroom Kingdom. He's shooting the Goombas. He's having wars with like Baby Bowser, regular Bowser.
Yeah, it's just
and,
called
like,
Mario
this,
of Gun.
That's so funny.
I remember that.
super interesting. It's kind of like it reminds me of like Doom almost, just because
Yeah.
of the yeah.
Dude, I was actually thinking about this game. This is on the Super Nintendo. It was called Mario RPG.
Yeah, I played that one.
Yeah. Isn't that game sick?
That game's awesome.
I was like this like it like blew my mind away because it was like almost like a Final Fantasy like
Yeah.
turn-based, but like for Mario.
Oh
Same-
yeah,
same
that one,
company.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, it was a collab.
Oh, that's so sick.
Yeah.
That's like those kind of things that you wish they would do like these days.
It's like, do it again.
yeah, do it again. Like make something
They
sick.
got a remake recently, and I heard it was good
They did. Oh,
Yeah.
it did remake it
for Switch.
Oh, I think I heard about that one. Okay,
Yeah.
the RPG one. Okay.
Yeah.
Because Paper Mario is kind of the same thing too, right? It's like a turn-based.
Yeah.
I haven't played those, but like I heard, I heard good
They
things.
they remade that one, 1,000 Year Door.
Yeah, they
right?
did.
Yeah. So
Yeah, those are like so cool. I don't know. Like I feel like I've kind of tend to go for more like turn-based games these days. Like back in the day, it was like shooters and stuff. I don't
Yeah.
know. Like now it's like
Turn-based
I
are
gotta
chill.
play against every 14-year-old. My mom and like they all headshot me in like 0.5 seconds, and then they like say I suck, and I'm like, dude, I'm not having fun. I'm just getting like trash talked by like this kid,
14-year-olds.
14-year-old.
He's
Like,
way too good at this game.
it's like, man, yeah. So it's like because I played a lot of Overwatch. You guys ever played? That
Oh,
game?
I did.
I haven't
Yeah,
played
like
Overwatch.
they ruined that game. Like,
Yeah.
they're like, oh well, let's get rid of 2 tanks. Let's
When it
make
first came out, it was so much fun.
so much fun.
Yeah, now it's just toxic, and it's just
What they
lame.
did is they ended up just like turning it into a shooter. They were
Yeah.
like, yeah, let's just like they balanced the entire game around DPS, which was like
It's like, yeah, it's like, why?
the stupidest idea ever. Like, so they just constantly nerf tanks, and then like, yeah, it just became a shooter.
this one was dumb. You have like 6 Winstons,
Yeah,
just really stupid teams. Some of the game was
Oh yeah,
fun.
when you can pick anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they like started like back in the day you like pick any character, and then they like started doing like bucketing where you like okay,
Yeah.
2 people were DPS, 2 people are healers, 2 people are tanks. And then they got rid of one of the tanks, and now it's like one tank. But then they made the tanks more powerful.
Yeah, it's weird.
But it's like there's no synergy anymore. Like that was like the cool thing about the tanks. It's like you had 2 tanks, so you'd be like, all right, like I'm gonna be like Ryan, I'm gonna have a giant shield, and then like you can be like Diva and like kind of poke and like do damage and like coordinate. Now it's like, I don't know, run in, do damage, like
play Call of Duty.
Play COD. Yeah, seriously, like that's like all. That game. But I don't play those as much.
Wait, so are you like a big Final Fantasy fan then?
So like I played Final Fantasy 7. Of course, I haven't played a lot. Like I haven't played a lot out of that. There was like one. It's called like Final Fantasy Crystals or something.
Crystal Chronicles.
Yeah. I played that on the DS. I don't remember what that was on.
I think it was on GameCube. I think
it could have been GameCube. It was one of those. That one was really fun too.
Yeah.
Turn-based stuff. I'm trying to think of. So there's actually like I started recently getting into like those games that are like inspired by like D&D mechanics.
Yeah.
Just because like Baldur's Gate was just so fucking good.
Yeah.
Right? So there's this game called Pathfinder Kingmaker.
Yeah, I know that one.
Yeah.
I haven't played it, but I know it.
It's super good. And then there was that other one. Oh man, Pillars of Eternity, I think it's called. Yeah, PoE. Yeah, that game is also really cool. But like, it's crazy like how different that game becomes if you decide to do turn-based versus real-time. Yeah, because if you do real-time, then you guys just like run around and you like see the battle happening and but it's so bad, like you end up dying like 90% of the time. So you have to do turn-based because then you can be like, okay, you go here, you attack, and it's like almost like a completely different game when you do turn-based.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but it's like it's that game had a lot of depth. It was super fun. I've been playing Diablo a little bit, but like. Okay. I don't know, man. Blizzard, dude, they had the new expansion come out, and they have the Spiritborn or whatever, and like, you know what Blizzard is with new characters? Like they just make them super OP. Yeah. Like they're like, oh yeah, because like the Spiritborn, like every other class is doing like maybe like their crits are in the billions, and like Spiritborns are like in trillions.
Yeah, it's just like unbalanced.
You just see like giant numbers like on the screen.
And they balance it.
They literally do that because then it gets everybody to have FOMO. They're like, oh, like I
need this character.
Like I'm gonna pay like $30, and then once they buy the expansion, give it one fucking season, and then Spiritborn gets nerfed into the ground. And they're like, oh, well, you bought the game anyway. We got your money, loser. Like, but, I mean, otherwise, like, yeah, Diablo 4, it sucked when it first released. But now it's good. They've kind of fixed everything, but I don't know. It's like, you know, you gotta give Blizzard like some benefit of the doubt. They're a small indie company. You know, they don't have a lot of people. It takes a lot. You know, it's like there's no excuse. There's no excuse.
Have you seen their studio? Yeah, it's the whole campus.
No, it's just like an inside joke. It's like they have no excuse to be this bad. Right. Oh, they're a small indie company. You know, like
I saw their studio. I got a tour of it. It's like it's huge. Giant, it's like a college campus almost.
Like where do you go to school, Blizzard?
It's huge.
Yeah, but so turn-based like that, I think.
Have you played like any of the Fire Emblem games?
Yeah.
Those are really fun. Turn-based as well.
Yeah, there was like one that I played on the Game Boy Advance. That reminds me. Have you guys played Advance Wars?
I know.
I heard of it. Yeah, I've heard of it.
That game was so cool when it came out. Yeah, like, that was like peak turn-based. And then like there's been like so much like talk about them like trying to remake it, re-release it, because it was such an amazing game when it came out.
That's the same studio as Fire Emblem.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. That's probably why.
Yeah, that's why. Same team.
That makes sense. Yeah, that game was so good. I played the crap out of that game. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I heard about them making a new one, but I don't know.
I think it got a remake.
It got a remake or something.
Not a while back, but like a year or two.
Yeah, I gotta try it. I don't know.
Remakes, man. Everything.
Everything gets
it brings like a new audience in though that has never experienced the game. So.
Yeah, those classic games.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah, like throwback. Like they when they did like the Ocarina of Time remake or whatever.
Yeah,
it was like for the Switch too, right?
For the 3DS.
3DS.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Man, I'm like. Can't keep track.
No.
There's too many consoles.
There's a lot.
Yeah, I need to consult the expert.
He's like the game historian here. He's just like
just remember all this.
I'm gonna be on my toes, man. He's gonna call me out when I'm lying. Like, that's not true, dude. He's just like staring, like, why you gotta lie like that?
Are you sure you played Final Fantasy VII? Who's the main character?
Cloud. Thought his name was Thunder.
No, that's his cousin. It's actually Lightning. You know?
It's actually a main character. 13. Her name is Lightning.
13.
Yeah.
Man,
Final Fantasy 13. Yeah.
okay, I gotta try that.
That's Lightning. Oh, that one's okay.
Yeah,
it's not the best.
So could you rate them? Like, what would you say like the best Final Fantasy like?
I'm torn between 7 and 9.
7.
I love both of those games so much.
Yeah, 7 is a lot of fun. I don't know, like I feel like because I played 7 because of the hype. But like I'm like, I need to expand because there's so many of them.
Yeah.
There's so many.
And they're JRPGs, so it's
They're
like
long.
70 to 100 hours minimum.
It's like man, like started all those like OG games like Chrono Trigger.
Oh, I love that game so much.
Yeah, that one's so good too. There was like this. Oh, I'm not gonna remember the name of this game. There was this.
He's got
you.
you.
I probably know it.
All right, it's like it's a side scroller. It's like newer, and there's like I think there's like 4 or 5 different stories, and you can like pick one of the main there's like 5 different.
Is
characters.
it Octopath Trip?
Yeah,
Okay.
Octopath. You got 2 stories. Yeah, I played a little bit of that too.
Yeah.
That was pretty fun, but I don't know. Lately, I've been trying to. I played Space Marine 2.
I know that one. Yeah.
Yeah, that just came out.
That just came out.
It's like a Warhammer game.
Yeah. That game was fun, but like for whatever reason, like cause I picked like the second hardest difficulty. my teammates are like the AI is really bad in that game.
Really?
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
like I got to a point I was like I'm like try like it's like all right because you have to like shoot these like bats off like the antennas, you know. I'm like all right,
Yeah.
so I'm running around, I'm like shooting the bats, and I'm like, dude, where are my teammates? I'm getting like attacked by everything, and I like turn around and they're literally like bumping into each other. I'm like,
What are you doing?
I'm like, what? And then I had to like talk to one of my because one of my coworkers was the one that brought the game up to me, and he was saying he's like, because I was like, why is the AI so bad? He's like, dude, the only thing the AI is good for is bringing you back to life if you fall down. I was like, so like that's literally me versus everyone.
Yeah,
like,
1-man army and then.
But I was like, yeah, like I was actually reading online. They were saying like you cannot play that game on the hardest difficulty without teammates.
Oh wow!
Because they're like the AI is so bad that like it's like you're all, like also fighting them like sometimes.
Yeah. It's like, what?
Are you guys even on my team?
Help
Like,
me.
they just like turn around, walk away. Like, yeah, this guy's dead. Like,
I mean, isn't it possible that like because it's on a higher difficulty, it just makes the AI worse? Like, so
Usually you shouldn't do that, but it's some weird design. But
Make the game harder by the AI being
Make 'em
dumb.
dumber.
Yeah.
here's my dumb AI code.
like every difficulty, the IQ drops.
They're like,
Like,
all right, drop down 5 points.
dude, it's like those like Civilization. You remember Gandhi? So it was funny because like in the first Civ game, like Gandhi's supposed to be like the most peaceful like teammate in that game.
Yeah.
But like for some reason like he's like the first. He'd be like, oh, like I'm gonna nuke you. I hate you. Like trying to kill you all the time. And you're like, what happened? And apparently it was a bug. So this is like it's like a programming bug where they're like, all right, so they had like this. They had like some integer to like represent like how, like from like 0 to like 128, like how evil someone is. So Gandhi was like 0, and I guess there's like some like there was like some overflow error where like it went negative, and then it like flipped, so he became 128, like the most evil character ever, and like everybody like
awesome.
and they thought they were like this is like such a hilarious bug that they just left it. So now every Civ you play,
good.
Gandhi is always evil and trying to like nuke you.
Awesome.
You're like, why does Gandhi have nukes? Like, this is...
That's awesome.
What happened to peaceful protesting, man?
To my boy.
that doesn't work anymore. I need to blow you up. Like,
I'm just done.
yeah, dude, Gandhi's
He
done.
found enlightenment by freaking trying
He's
to
like,
nuke the
no
world.
more like this.
He's like, this is actual nirvana. like shooting off nukes. Like I reached
He's just
I've reached
floating.
so he was like in that cave just developing weapons of mass destruction.
Gandhi, what happened to you? This isn't you. This isn't you, man. Gandhi, please.
Yeah, it's such a funny bug, but
And it's pretty funny that they kept it too.
yeah, they were just like it's hilarious, and they just kept it. And like, yeah, now Gandhi is just like evil.
That's how those bugs are.
Yeah,
That's actually why GTA exists. it was supposed to be a racing game, but there was a bug that made the police super, super aggressive.
No way.
Yeah, so everyone's like, oh, this is really funny. Let's just go this direction instead. And they just left it in. And that's how we got GTA.
So now it's just like a GTA game.
Yeah. It's supposed to be a racing game. But the police are just super aggressive. Yeah.
Dude, that's a great accident.
Yeah.
I mean, they're making a ton of money.
So much
Yeah,
money.
it's for real.
All because of a bug.
Like, how long has Five's been out for?
Like a decade.
Yeah.
It's been on 3 generation consoles.
They have been talking about making the new one though, right? There is like,
next
Next
year, but I feel it's gonna
year,
get delayed.
it probably
It's gonna
is.
get delayed.
Yeah.
There's just no way.
I mean, they make so much money off like the online
They make
store. I heard.
insane amount of
Yeah.
money.
Yeah, like it's crazy. Like, why would you?
It's insane.
Yeah.
So then they have Red Dead Online
Yeah,
too.
they make
I
so
mean,
much
like they
money.
make
They're
so much
good,
money.
dude. They're
They're
good.
just printing money.
Yeah, like seriously. Like,
They are set.
yeah. But yeah, I'll probably play the new GTA when it comes out. That'll be fun. Have you guys played Cyberpunk?
Yeah.
Oh, I
2077?
just played it. Yeah, it's really fun.
Dude, the ending, like that game was. Like,
Well, there's 4 of them.
Wait, what? Oh yeah. There's 4 different endings.
I
I was like, there's 4 or 5 I was like, what?
More
missing
endings.
out, man.
Did you know they made 30, 77,
Dude, I
40,
gotta
77, and 50?
I'm wasting my time. Like, I need to play.
They're printing money too.
Yeah, there's like, cause like you can like, it's like what you like let Keanu die or like you let him to live. You like sacrifice yourself.
Yeah, so you let-
I'm sorry. This
I
is
was like,
Spoilers.
Spoilers. Whoa, I'll take all that back. I was talking about it different.
But yeah,
Yeah.
you have V take over the body. You could have Johnny Silverhand, who is Keanu, take over the body.
Yeah.
And then you let what's the like Takimura? Like, is that the company? What's the company called?
yeah, Takimura.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You let them take over, like, and you end up in space and go mad. And then the 4th one, you like go with like the people that's with Pan Am. I forgot their
I
group
forgot.
called.
Oh yeah.
But you go with them, that's, like, the 4th one.
That was probably my favorite like quest line, like whole Pan Am thing.
Yeah.
And, like,
I think there's a lot of
Yeah,
people.
I mean that ending though. I was like, all right, everyone's getting a little steamy.
Oh, yeah. We're both in a tank. Let's connect to mine.
I was like, all right, like
Yeah, I was like, huh?
I mean, it's like my
connected.
imagination's gonna be like, dude, it'd be crazy if you fucked in a tank. Wow, they made my
minds are
dream.
and they shared the the
Yeah.
stimulation with each other.
This is the
I was like,
conspiracy I'm talking about. We're all interconnected.
Feeling everything. There's DLC for Cyberpunk too, right?
Yeah,
You guys
it's
played it?
Oh yeah,
what is it?
the
It has
what do you
Idris
call
Elba
it?
in it. That's
Yeah,
all I know.
Idris Elba. Frick, what is it called?
It's like
Phantom Liberty.
Yeah,
That's what it
Liberty,
is.
I was gonna say, like,
Phantom Liberty.
Patriotism.
Yeah, the acts of patriotism. You know,
Have you played it at all?
I haven't played
No.
Phantom Liberty. I heard it's really good though.
Yeah. I played a little bit, but I was like, I bought it like right after I beat the game, so I was like, oh man, I
It's
need
like,
to
I'm
take a
done.
break. Yeah, like,
Did you get it when it initially launched, or do you like waited like
no,
2
I,
years or
I, so
whatever?
I bought it when it launched, and I played it a little bit, but like I remember there being so many bugs. I was
Yeah.
like, nah, and I just like stepped away, and then I came back to it after like everything was fixed, and I was like, this
Yeah.
game is sick. Like,
Yeah.
It feels cool.
They really made it like actually good.
Right.
Because I remember like there was like those funny things about like the cop chases. Like,
Yeah.
like I was watching a video, some guy was like, yeah, you just like drive, and like after a certain amount of time, they stop, they look around, and then it just like
Go away.
so like, oh,
Give up.
he's disappeared. It's like, okay.
He magically vanished.
like,
Where'd
yep,
he
see
go?
ya.
Like, this is not realistic at all.
It's like, huh?
Yeah, Cyberpunk was such a cool game.
Oh, it was
Such a good game.
fantastic. I agree.
Have you seen the anime?
Edge
Yes,
Runners?
Yeah,
yes,
Edge Runners.
dude. That anime is so good, but it is so depressing.
Yeah, it's very
Yeah,
depressing.
that's really
Dude, like I
depressing.
watched that like afterwards. I'm like, damn, I'm
Just
sad.
like,
But I'm
oh.
like, okay, that was oh man, such a tearjerker too, bro. I was
Yeah.
like-
Oh, yeah.
I was sad. I was like, oh my god.
They play that song and then you're just like, dang.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But it's crazy too because that's just like that is like Cyberpunk's like whole thing. Like
Yeah.
like that like universe is just about like the man getting what they want, and everybody getting fucked over and
Yeah.
dying, and like that's just the whole thing. So it's like
Yeah.
for it to be like for that ending, it just makes sense in that universe. So I was
Right.
like, because obviously you don't want that ending, but it's like, nah.
Yeah, it fits.
Yeah, it fits.
Did you hear they're making a season 2 of that?
I heard.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
good.
So I just
what-
wonder what they're gonna do.
Yeah, what is
'cause
it gonna be about?
Yeah.
spoiler, like most of the cast is like not there anymore.
I'd be down if they like did more like they showed more of like Smasher because like his
Oh,
character
yeah.
is so interesting, dude.
Yeah.
Like I'm just like this guy's insane.
yeah,
I wonder-
And it was
do?
really easy in the video game. Actually, no,
he was not easy. In the video game.
Well, no, he was super easy, but then they like fixed him, I guess, or some shit.
Oh, yeah.
really?
Probably
Yeah,
early on.
because I remember like I was reading like on like early in like when the game first came out,
He was
someone was
bugged.
like, "Dude, I like ran at the guy with like a samurai sword and killed him." I was just like,
he just
One hit or
yeah, and then he
he
was
just
just
stands
died.
there. Yeah.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, I remember that battle actually being crazy. Like with
It was
those
really
fuck-
hard. It's
Yeah,
insane.
Dude, yeah, because like I think like the ability that would fuck me over is like those rockets that he would shoot, and then they would just like have like a position.
Oh,
and you'd be like,
yeah.
I'd be like so busy doing other things that I forgot about him, and then they would just like blow me up.
Because I couldn't beat it without, because at the time I had the adjusted my body. I forgot what it's called in the game. It's been a while. But then I had like a second heart, so it's like a revive mechanic.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So I was like, if that didn't happen, I probably would have.
It's like, I'm back.
Yeah.
It's like I'm back.
Never left.
No, Smash was like, whoa. Dude, thinking about that, like Smasher should have like 4 hearts then, right? Like,
For real.
It's like I need like 5 lives.
Man's a unit for sure.
That's crazy. But
And then there's like some of the backstory with Johnny Silverhand. They're like, oh, I didn't know that he was like a military figure, and then eventually he had all the parts adjusted to became basically just a complete cyborg.
Yeah. The backstory behind with him too, like the I remember that. Actually, no, I think it was an optional side quest, but like you kind of like learn about like you go to his rock shows. Or
Yeah,
something
that one
like
was sick.
And you would be him like rocking out or whatever.
Yeah.
I was like, this was sick. Like
It's like, oh, concert, okay, blowing up this company.
dude, yeah, that game was so cool. That's so cool.
Cool. I think we're like an hour 20 minutes.
Oh,
now.
we are.
The clock's not there.
Yeah, I was like, shit, we should.
Yeah,
I
it's
did,
like-
but like sometimes I'm like, I'm just gonna like let it.
Oh,
roll.
my bad, I
Like,
didn't
No,
know.
we're good, we're good.
We're just having a good time, man.
Yeah,
So-
Good.
Cut anyone off. It's like, yeah, it's like an hour and a half. I was like, oh shit.
All right.
All right.
We'll probably cut this out, but I mean, after that.
Yeah.
Or, do you want to give your...
Oh yeah. So we do our patriotic theme because you should go out and vote.
yeah.
Because research who you vote for one, and then don't play identity politics just based off what they look like. So go out there, vote, and then hopefully
Yeah.
another 4 great years. Hopefully, you know.
Do your research.
fall apart.
Yeah,
man.
they'll fall apart.
No World War III.
Do your research
Yeah.
and then, vote.
Don't jinx
Yeah.
it.
Hopefully we're all still here for
Yeah,
you.
yeah. Hope you'll see us in like 2-3 weeks, you know, like after November 4th.
We're still all okay.
At least we're not getting drafted.
Dude, I'm so thankful for that, dude.
Facts,
Like,
facts.
that's the one good thing about old age. Youngsters get to go.
Yeah.
And with that, I'm your host, Patriot Dom, with the other Patriots here, signing out. Bye, guys.
God bless America. America.
We'll edit that part.